school division has shrunk in size over the last decade or so. At one time, there were about 12,000 students educated in Bedford County. Now there's just about 9,000. For the slow decline over the decade, in no particular order, population has aged, and the birth rates have declined. If you look at a map of Virginia and you exclude Richmond, Northern Virginia, and Hampton Roads, just take those three regions out, look at all the other 100 counties in Virginia, and you look at the demographics, Virginia would be the oldest state in the union. So that's a big part of the decline from 12,000 to 9,000 students. And birth rates nationally have declined since the Great Recession. Families are smaller. Maybe that's what declined in enrollment size. It begs the question, do we need to continue to operate the number of buildings that we have? Or are we being efficient, hence the efficiency options for the number of buildings that we have? The budget for the school division is going to significantly increase in the 28-29 school year. There's a clock ticking. It's been ticking since the city of Bedford reverted to the town of Bedford. Virginia would continue to fund the county of Bedford, the public schools, at the same LCI, or local composite index, as was the LCI for the city of Bedford at that time. And at that time, the LCI for the city of Bedford was 0.31. What that means generally is the locality is responsible for 31 cents on the dollar, and the state's taking the other 69 cents. And that was set for 15 years. Although every other county, every other year, the LCI is recalculated. And the actual LCI in Bedford County, I think last check was 0.44. That means the locality, really any other locality would be paying 44 cents on the dollar, right? And the state would be paying 56. But that's not the case. The state continues to kick in 69 cents. So there's, some would say, the schools are being overfunded or an excess of funding. What the supervisors is to set money aside. So every time we get new money from the state, we set some of it aside to build up a reserve for what we've been referring to as the reversion cliff. That cliff in 28-29, with the difference in the LCI, is going to be, unless things change, and I don't think they're going to change. I think Bedford County is going to just continue to grow wealthier over the next several years with all the development for us. At least $8 million. So that means in 1 year, the state will stop funding the county schools by at least $8 million. Not operate schools. And 80% of any school division's budget is people. So if we lost $8 million, I'm talking a significant layoff of people. Just a lot of people losing their jobs. So this is what's driving the conversation. Declining enrollment efficiencies might be necessary, and finding budget savings to build up to leading to the 28-29 school year. We're on track right now to get to or close to the $8 million with the saving plan that when we get to that year and we've made the savings of let's say $8 million, we transfer the money back into the operating budget. So there's no hiccups and no change in the operating budget. But then we don't have any money, zero money for just ongoing maintenance. Because that's how, I say we're building up a reserve, we're also spending it as it goes. So we're taking the money and instead of spending the operating budget, we're putting it into the maintenance budget. If you looked at the efficiency options, you've heard about them. All four of them include a closure of one school. And that one school is Stewart's Elementary. It has the lowest capacity. We're operating that school at 50% capacity. It's also overdue or due for a roof replacement and an HVAC system. It's going to cost millions of dollars just for the roof and the HVAC. This is what's before the board right now. Should they now do the roof and the HVAC on Stewartsville and keep it in the inventory of schools with all this information that I provided you, knowing there's a reversion cliff coming? Elementary schools in the 4 zone are at